goes my heart beating, and you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. There goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now. I'll climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see you are the reason. There goes my hand shaking, and you are the reason my heart keeps bleeding. I need you now. And if I could turn back the clock and make sure the light defeated the dark, I'd spend every hour of every day keeping you safe. I'd climb every mountain, swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see you are the reason. You are the reason. Swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see you are the reason.
Adrian, but you actually soften up the morning. It's like, my gosh, with a selection you call The Reason, and performance like that is what you get at the Festival of Arts. And of course, May 25th to June 2nd, right there at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. Adrian,
you have a beautiful voice.
Oh my goodness, you've got a nice voice.
Thank you so much for that performance. A senior who his teacher says she's very sad to see him go very soon. Although we tell you this is a great departure, right?
Definitely. But a performance like that, that's more than great.
I know. We have sitting with us at this time, we have Kimberly Vasquez, who is the Program Officer for Youth Development at the Institute for Creative Arts. And of course, we always know you as behind the scenes for the Festival of Arts.
Yes.
And we're joined by Cindy Rowland, who is not performing this morning.
No, I'm not.
She's here in her professional capacity as a teacher at Edward P. Yorke High School and also the head of the Expressive Arts Club as well. So good morning and thank you for being here.
Good morning.
It's so nice. It's so nice of you, wonderful ladies, to be in with us this morning. We actually have got the room on nice. The performing arts is definitely something that have been enhanced. A lot of people want to take part. So we know that we've got wonderful talent and brave people in our country. Talk to us, too, about the performing arts, the Festival of Arts.
Well, that's what the Festival of Arts, one of the things that the Festival of Arts aims to be, is to provide that national platform for students, for youths that have talent, like you just saw there, right? That's to bring them, create an awareness, create an appreciation, but also give them the opportunity to come to the stage and share with the country and what they have to offer.
Wow.
Now, this is such a long-standing tradition, the Festival of Arts, and what this is just highlighted is how it has progressed into a secondary school event as well. Kim, talk to us about how the importance of continuing the process of having this end-of-year event where children showcase their artistic talent.
One of the things we believe at Niche when it comes to youth development in the arts is that children should grow in the arts. We want to see continuity, and we want to see programs that are not just a day or a week. Those are good, but we want to see long-term development and growth in the arts. And we start from preschool. And at the national level, you know now for the past, it's going to be 4 years now, that preschool is adjudicated. Preschool used to be only for what they say for show.
Yeah.
And at some point we said, but why? These little ones are putting as much work into it. The teachers train them, they prepare them, and some of them are demonstrating really good talent even at 2 or 3 or 4 years old. And so we believe that they should grow in the arts. So yes, you start at preschool, and then you come through primary school, and then you continue through secondary. And we will hope that after that you will continue with the assistance of Niche to continue to grow and professionalize yourself as an artist. And that's how we hope that we will support and nurture the next generation of Belizean artists.
What have we seen in terms of from back then to now in terms of the growth when it comes to the talent base in our country?
The talent is always there. It's always like, who is going to emerge next? You know, it's never that there's ever a lull and a gap and we don't have Belizean talent. No, we have so much talent in this country across all the districts from remote areas. And I need to stress that because I know there is a group coming to the National Festival of Arts all the way from Pueblo in Toledo.
Oh, wow.
Yes, all the way almost at the border.
Yes.
That's a journey for them.
Yeah.
Even just the physical part to get to the Festival of Arts, they're going to be out of their beds something like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
Change different transport to get to the Belize. So, you know, we always have the talent there. But yes, we do see, as things modernize, that youths, I think, have more access to YouTube, to artists that inspire them, both locally and internationally. I think even now, because of media, we are even more exposed to our own artists. We're more connected to them through social media. And so I think that enhances it. But we really also have to recognize teachers like Cindy that are not really there sometimes to actually teach art, but they take this up within their schools. You know, ICA does help. We have itinerant teachers that move throughout the country. But by large, the festival is supported by teachers like Cindy in all the districts that are across the disciplines, whether it's dance, drama, that are working with their students to come to the Festival of Arts.
You know, I think that is such a critical point to talk about because, you know, we used to have the representative from the Ministry of Education, Leroy Green, coming in and talking about teaching teachers how to work with the kids, but that was primary school level. And we were joking during the break that, you know, somehow when you reach high school, you seem to feel like the children should be more serious and not performing. Cindy, tell us about the school environment. You're there as a business teacher. Everybody knows you as a performer. What is the environment like in terms of encouraging talented young students to venture into expressive arts?
Okay, well, at EP Yorke, as you all know, everyone have the mentality that EP Yorke is all about academics, right? But my principal, along with the administrators there, they enforce, they motivate students to be a part of the expressive arts. So wherever there is time that they can express themselves, they go for it. We participate in every single activity that comes to us, right? And what we did is that we actually implemented this Festival of Arts program, and I'm in charge of that program. So what I do, we inaugurated this program, and we allow students to come in and showcase their talent. We actually have a huge talent show that we do with them that actually shows whatever talent that they have. And that is how they build their momentum and they go.
Are all students required to participate, or it's by
no, if they choose to.
Okay.
If they choose
But what
to.
do you see, Cindy, working along with students, we know when it comes to high school, that's a different era. Then they, you know, they become totally different.
But
you know,
they're
people.
actually, you'll be surprised. These students are actually motivated.
Yeah.
Once you tell them, I want you to go and sing, they want to sing. They want to showcase what they have.
Yes.
And there are a lot of students who have the talent within that don't want to showcase it. So what I was mentioning to Kim, what I do as a teacher, when I teach my classes, I teach different variety of teaching aids, different variety of teaching strategies. So we'll have a segment whereby you will only sing. You have to make up your own song. So I will teach a topic and I will tell you to make up a song. And then they will showcase their talent. And that is how I find some students.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
It's also great for students who don't learn in the traditional way as
Right.
well, because
Yes.
that's how you can remember if you make a poem about
Right.
something or a song. So that's dual purpose as well.
Yes.
Tell us about the talent that you've seen. I love that you brought a young man to
Yes,
sing
and
this
Adrian
morning.
have been with me from first form,
Wow.
right? And he have grown. I've seen him grown,
Definitely.
right?
Yeah.
The talent there, I mean, it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
You see students do things that you don't even imagine seeing them doing.
And you know, and I'm sure that a lot of parents, and a lot of teachers actually have would share the same sentiment as you. But what about the parental guidance? What about that parental
We do
help?
have
What do we-
strong parental guidance when it comes to it. It's the parents, they don't hesitate, right? Because they know that we strive for the best. So we will push them to a limit.
Even when they reach fourth form and
Yes,
CXC becomes
yes.
the most
As you
important
can
thing.
see, Adrian is here.
Yeah.
Adrian actually last week when he was performing at the festival, it was a day for the to see if you're going to graduate. Adrian said, "Miss, I'm going to participate today."
Let's do.
You know, I really want to recognize some schools that share this mentality. I have been in the districts, I think it was Toledo 1 year, where the fourth farmers were brought in to do their festival performance, and the teacher said, okay, we're heading over to CXC right away. And somebody said, but won't this affect them? And the teacher said, but why? They are relaxed. They feel so empowered now. They've come, they've done a good performance, and they're going to go and sit their CXC.
You know, and I like that you mentioned it because you've been doing this for a while now. Can you tell us, performing, what does performing do for a child?
Oh, there's so much. From a very young age, you're looking at things like gross motor skills development, building concentration, building self-esteem, building the ability to play and work with each other, because a performance is a team effort sometimes, unless you're doing a solo performance. So it's about sharing. You know, they learn social skills, language development. When you look at poetry and drama, expression, body movement, yes. And I can't stress enough that confidence and that poise. Whether you go on to grow in the arts or not, that's something that you can take that into your professional career with you. The ability to just feel at ease in front of a crowd. That's something that, you know, if you can get from a very young age and grow in that, that's an asset for you in your professional life. I also think that it's important to, like I said, stress that it's something that you should want to do willingly. You know, you should never force students into the expressive arts. However, you should never use it as like, some parents or teachers have this mentality, and I'm always troubled by this, where if a student is acting up or the conduct slips, well, no more dance for you. No more music until your grades come back up. And I always say, no, that's the time when you should push the expressive arts, because I can guarantee you, if there is a problem with conduct or another subject, it will not be because of the expressive arts.
Yeah, it's not a reward.
It's not a reward.
It's an outlet.
Exactly.
And
I can't imagine. Go ahead.
I must say that we are proud because we have students who have came from out of us. We have Edwina Logan, we have Marilyn Van Zen, right, who have all went through the system with the same way.
Yes.
They are participating in
That's
festival.
the goal. That's the goal.
And I was going to ask that question because I could imagine over the years, Kim, you've been doing this for a while. You've probably seen some of the artists start up. You've seen, we see the spoken word taking off. We see people who are singing, dancing. Or musicians have backup dancers, which is fantastic. Because that gives an outlet for people who perhaps aren't great at singing, but can dance.
Right? And again, it all goes back to, like I said, just keeping the arts alive, just trying to work sometimes even with limited resources, and being an advocate too for your own child.
Yeah.
You know, there is a student coming to us from Cayo who will likely be in the nationals, and that is the only student coming at the secondary level from his district.
One student from Cayo?
Yes, because you know the mother and this teacher are advocates for him to continue in his music education, and he wants to do this. And when I got the phone call and they told me, I said, I know exactly the child you are speaking with, because I saw that child grow in the primary school festival of arts.
Yeah. We have an all-boys dancing group there. We had the comedian last year, right?
Really?
Did he come back again this year?
Well, maybe.
We're waiting to see. That was...
This morning in the Eye Opener, Marlene, we were talking about excuses and how, when we offer nothing but excuses in our lives, we are not being honest with anybody, mostly ourselves. And this is definitely one of the ways to come on out. Now, what struck out to me was seeing the picture a while ago with the baby girl in an angel dress, and then again with the microphone. And then it came to me as well that when we keep our minds focused on our goals, we will find that excuses fade away in the light of our priorities, and issues become challenges that can help us become wiser and stronger.
Right.
And I think this is actually the perfect avenue for these children to step on out and stop using those excuses, because they've got to focus.
Right.
Let me bring us back to something though. I think one of the things that we haven't touched on yet, as we quickly run out of time, is the structure. The festival structure has changed from what some of us know, and you've really worked to formalize it and to give the students something to work towards. So let's talk about the structure.
What you will see starting on Friday with our opening ceremony is the culmination of the district level festival of arts that happens in the districts, the 6 districts, and that is under the caretaker. That's curated by the Ministry of Education. And so they will advance. Those that place goal are eligible to advance to the National Festival of Arts, and that's what's going to be starting Friday with our opening ceremony, Saturday with the Preschool Showcase, where we will have preschool representation from every district.
Wow.
One showcase with all the preschool students. Yes.
How does one become eligible to participate in the National Festival of Arts?
Well, you can come through your school if your school is involved in the Festival of Arts, but parents can also put their children into the Festival of Arts. You just need to contact your district education center, the Ministry of Education in your district, and your child should be able to access their program and be able to be adjudicated. So let's say your child attends a school that does not participate in Festival of Arts for whatever reason, but your child likes to sing or dance, and you work with your child at home, or you get somebody to work with them. You can by all means contact your Ministry of Education in your district and say, my child would like to be, can I have an entry form? My child would like to be in the Festival of Arts. So you don't have to wait for your school, right? But then, most districts, as I said, have the Festival of Arts in almost all the schools, and then they advance through that to the national levels.
And it's based on the scoring that they receive?
They are adjudicated, right? We never want to ever think that Festival of Arts is a contest. We actually say it's an educational exercise. It is a measuring stick by which we look at the work that they have been doing in the classroom over the past years. And because expressive arts is a part of the curriculum, at least at the primary level, and very soon at the secondary level, I believe. So we never want to say, okay, it's a contest. That's not what it's about. But yes, they are adjudicated, and based on their scores, the most outstanding will advance. There is a number that will advance from each district to come to the nationals.
Oh, you're not telling us the number. But everybody has to be of a particular standard, and that means the talent and the work and preparation and all the bells and whistles that went into it.
And then you see at the secondary level, it's a competition. We have grown the festival in that direction, where we said, okay, to just give a little bit of incentive, we will now compete at the secondary level. So the 3 most outstanding from the districts come to
competition,
compete.
Of course, is that's definitely a healthy cause. One of the things we're mentioning during the break is bird's eye or different areas, then eventually coming to the bliss, because now the bliss is actually
because I have the question, why would we have bird's eye for Festival of Arts? And I love your response.
Yes.
So it's so that
It's so that they can aspire to a different venue.
That's the Mecca.
Right? Especially in the Belize district. If you think about the districts, there is not really a Bliss Center in every district.
Yeah.
So many of the students there look forward to, you participate in a stadium or a smaller venue or at your school or at a parish hall, so you are looking forward to come to the Belize. And in the Belize district, sometimes the Belize District Festival of Arts is close to the National Festival of Arts. And so imagine now if you are performing at the Bliss this week and next week you're going to come right back to the Bliss.
Right.
It's not as special as if you were somewhere else and then you came to the Bliss.
We're setting goals.
Yes.
That's what's happening.
One thing that I want to encourage, however, is for the schools. Send out your students. Don't hold them back. If they have a talent, you send them out. Right?
So you were in the Festival of Arts as a child?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Kim as well, I'm sure.
No, actually, when I was
I did
at school, it was in the dormant period. But I will tell you that even then, there were schools and districts that continued to do things, even in that dormant period, to keep the arts alive. And so I did have a very rich experience. I did a portion of my childhood in Belmopan, and I can remember taking part in art exhibits and competitions and doing poetry and so forth. So when even there is no don't let festival, because of festival we must do expressive art. Right?
You put me back to
But you know what, Kim? What we know for sure is that you'll keep on pushing that it takes place. And the reason I asked that question is because I know you participated in Festival of Arts. I did. And pretty much most public speakers, singers, dancers that I know have been through the system. We all put in our pound of flesh.
And they can all harken back and remember and they will all tell you that this was beneficial to me.
Absolutely. It taught you what it was like to stand in front of that a crowd at perhaps one of the more insecure times in your life.
Definitely, definitely.
So it's, I think that's a message we can keep on telling the students.
Yes.
That this can be an opportunity for them to recognize that maybe they love the stage.
Yes, they do.
And they can definitely use their talents to be able to have a future career as well. So to be clear, preschool, primary school, it's a showcase of your top performers.
Yes.
High school, it's a competition of the top performers.
Yes.
All right.
And how do people go out and see all the talent of the children of Belize?
Right. Well, you can come to the Bliss Center 10 o'clock on Saturday and 10 o'clock every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday is the competition, and then on Saturday we close off with a very special showcase, which is something very new in the festival called Chords and Voices. This is a collaboration with the National Youth Orchestra. They usually give us the finale for that event, and that's a showcase only or just for choirs, music ensembles, orchestras, instruments in the festival.
So that's a special night.
Yes, that's the finale, right? And this is a little event that we've been trying to grow. Why? Because sometimes it's not to separate them, right? But if you notice that sometimes these students that play instruments, play the violin, do classical music, they will come and be sandwiched by one hype Lila Vernon dance, and then dub poetry, and then one Alicia Keys rendition. And sometimes they used to tell me, Miss Kim, I feel like somehow mine is not as fancy or it's less, right? And so this was something to motivate that and encourage. Also because we saw a lot of schools making efforts to have their own orchestras, their own bands, their steel pan, and we wanted to encourage and support that.
Okay.
And the National Youth Orchestra will perform with them, or they're
Yes, they will perform. They are the finale every year in this. And this is again participation from across the districts, all the way from Corozal, Cayo, School of Music. They will be represented at Chords and Voices.
All right, excellent.
Okay.
All right.
So anything else you'd like to tell us? What's the cost of attending the event?
In the morning, it's only $3 to attend the day showcases. Chords and Voices is $10 for adults and $3 for students. And we encourage everybody to please support, especially, I know it's hard to come out during the day, but if you can, please support Chords and Voices. This is a way in which we will help to fund the summer program later on. And so this is a little bit of a fundraiser as well for the Expressive Arts program, the Youth Development Program at ICA.
Right. And Cindy, how many students you plan to have on that stage for the competition?
I hope all of them got
right.
Which one I know that is impossible, right?
Well, you never know. If they're great, they're great. But thank you so much for coming in and talking to us. There's a lot of preparatory work that people don't know. We know big up the teachers yet who stay behind.
Yes, you have to big up the teachers.
To work with them.
Big up the teachers.
Because this is beyond our time.
This is extra.
Yes.
This is extra.
Just when we do a big up to our teachers, let's big up to our parents who actually encourages their children to
I
do
was saying
something
that
of
to you, John,
expressiveness.
that it's so important for parents to motivate them, to support them, to show up in the audience.
Definitely.
Right.
They love that.
And to close off our conversation about the Festival of Arts, we have students from Canaan High School with us, and they are going to be doing their presentation, which is a dub poetry. So, you guys have the stage now.
No place for hate.
Wait, this place gone mad. People acting like there is no God. Put on the news and what did I see? Robbing and killing and mass idolatry. John betrayed Jack and Jill love it Jane. We live in a Sodom, this world insane.
Jesus is coming and we just can't wait. Cause when Jesus come, no place for hate.
Walk down the street, me see a strong young man. Grab the lady purse right out of she hand. Tongue the lady gone straight in a ghost tongue. While lady ball and holler on the ground. Me last $10 she go buy me baby feed. Me know that this thief a spend me money on weed. Me help the lady up and say please don't worry miss. Me have $2 but you could have this.
Jesus is coming and we just can't wait. Cause when Jesus come, no place for hate. Get home early and me hear me sister. They talk about how me mad just to beat her. She just turned 12, but here the problem. She never gone to school but there with boyfriend. Things got so bad and me nearly dropped dead. Mama said the boyfriend named my hood rat Fred. Fatty a old man with me poor sister. I know then they talk about how he breed her. Jesus is coming and me just can't wait. Cause when Jesus come, no place for hate.
Just then me big brother run inside. Under the bed gone figure try hide. 2 GSU with baton and gun. Boss in our house and say miss where your son? Tell me what you do please what gone wrong. First of all miss your son in a gang. 2 man dead and 1 shot in a head. You hear what I say? I hear what you said, mama cried.